Dito tayo.
Ilang taong ka na ngayon?
64.
Sige, nag-train ni Carmen, no?
Carmen.
Ng
Mas bata siya marami.
Ay, mas bata pa ko si Sir.
Ay, sige, sige.
ngayon, kayo'y aking kaibigan.
62 din ko.
Hinango sa dilim at ang kaibigan ay mag-aalay ng sarili niyang buhay, walang higit sa yaring pag-aalay. Paano mahal ako ang aking ama, sa iyo'y aking ibig na darama, sa pag-ibig ko kayo sana'y manang, at piling ko sa iyo ay mamahalan. Mula ngayon, kayo'y aking kaibigan. Hinango sa dilim at kababaan, ang kaibigay mag-aalay ng sarili niyang buhay, walang higit sa yaring pag-aalay.
Good evening once again, and we will now start or begin our necrological services for our dear former Baguio City Mayor Jaime Roldan Pugnasan. So for the opening hymn, let's hear the City Hall Choir for their opening hymn. We ask each and everyone to please stand, please.
Sing praise, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found, just like
this juncture, may we now hear the testimonials from the former colleagues of the city mayor, and may we start with former councilor Edelberto Tenefrancia.
Vice Mayor Bilog, and the members of the City Council, the family of Mayor Bugnosen, Cynthia, Eileen, Marlo, Marichon, I do not see Sally. Mayor Dumogan is so humble. He does not like to take difference. That's the way he is. Always taking the back seat. Then, like the Bible says, you ask them to come to the front. Mayor Dumogan, please come here. Fellow public servants, relatives, and friends of Jimmy, as colleagues in the public service, we have gathered on this solemn occasion to bid farewell to a good man, a faithful public servant, and a beloved leader. In this building, in this hall, in this place, Mayor Bugnosen spent many years in the service of his people, but not here alone. For he was everywhere where his presence was needed, and most at home in the barangays, among the masses, up the mountains, down the hills, down the valleys, house to house, man to man. In the schools with the teachers and students, these were his basic constituency. Still and all, he belongs most intimately to his family. The Bugnosen family, at this moment, they are in our thoughts, as Jimmy is in our hearts. If you must grieve, we grieve with you. If your burden is heavy, know that the burden is also on our shoulders. Yet we know that somewhere as the atmosphere here is, it is not all gloom. For we know the deep, abiding faith that the Bugnosens have in the God and Father of us all. The brothers Bugnosen and their families face the vicissitudes of life with Christian fortitude. Their faith is a living, dynamic faith, even as their piety is not for public display. The word of the Lord is to them a lamp unto their path and a light unto their feet, a word to live by. In joy and in sorrow, they trust in the promise of the Lord that all things work together for good to them who love the Lord and live according to his purpose. There is a quotation from the book of Job attached to Jimmy's coffin. He could not have placed it there himself, but he must have inspired it. Job says, "The Lord gave, and the Lord hath taken away. Blessed be the name of the Lord." 91 years ago, God gave us Jimmy, and Baguio has been all the more blessed for that. 7 days ago, God has taken Jimmy from us, only to bring him to the bosom of Abraham, to the company of his beloved Onesima and Jimmy Jr., to Governor Andy, Delegate Floro, and to his many friends and colleagues who have gone ahead to the Lord for their own reward. He will have a glad reunion with Mayors Carino, Mariani, Tabora, Lardizabal, De Guzman, Bueno, Paraan, and Pahabol, Yerano. Vice Mayors Didier, Yandop, Fagunil, Claroval, Romero, and Fariñas. Councilors Pocay, Floresca, Florendo, Jobs Rondes, Dumalsin, Calpotora, Tony Tabora, Aguilar, Sofia Reyes, Daniel Milo, Del Balahadja, and so many others of our beloved colleagues who have gone ahead. The other afternoon, the ladies of the UCCP gathered beside his earthly remains in solemn devotional. They sang hymns that Jimmy himself used to sing in his deep baritone. They prayed to and communed with the Lord as Jimmy in life was wont to do. In their program notes, there was this quotation from George Patton, one of the famous generals of the U.S. Armed Forces. It is often the heavy burden of command for a military officer to send young soldiers to battle. Many of them would never come back because in battle they had given to their country and their flag their last full measure of devotion. As if to excuse himself for those times that he sent young men to their death, General Patton said, "It is wrong, even foolish, to mourn the dead. Rather, we should thank God that they live in our service." That is the theme of our tribute today. We thank God for the life of Mayor Jaime Roldan Buglosen. He is the quintessential man of the masses. He loved Baguio and Baguio loves him in return. And they returned him to City Hall again and again and again. City Councilor, Vice Mayor, Mayor. He was mayor during one of the darkest hours of Baguio. In July 1990, we were shaken by the great earthquake. It was a trying time for all of us. Buildings collapsed, roads were closed, communication was cut off, and following the leaders, and Mayor Buglosen and our other leaders rose to the occasion. And following the leaders, the people of Baguio faced adversity with grit, with hope, with faith. They didn't panic. They were calm. They sought safety and shelter. Each was a brother and neighbor to another. On the inspiration of the mayor and other leaders, they said to themselves, "This too will pass. We will survive. We will overcome. We will rebuild. And God will provide." Mayor Buglosen called for help. The first responders were servicemen from Clark Air Base, landing their helicopters in Huapan and Janhay. Other cities and other countries soon came running. Malacanang sent a team led by then Assistant Secretary Rogelio Singson. After the mandatory search and rescue, retrieve and relief operations, Secretary Singson, Mayor Buglosen, Congressman Aquino, members of the City Council, other city officials and civic leaders sat down in the mansion to chart the rebuilding of the city, even as the city lay prostrate. Simpson said, "The earthquake has exposed the faults in the city. When we rebuild, let us avoid these faults." Mayor Buglosen said, "The earthquake has exposed the faults of our bureaucracy and even the faults in the character of our people. Let's avoid them too." And we did, to some extent. Phoenix-like Baguio has risen, hopefully better than it was before. With the help of leaders like Jimmy, Morris, Bernie, Raul and Peter Ray, and all our colleagues in the city government, we rose again. In more tranquil times, Jimmy was most at home in the schools. He was homeroom, remember, from the bottom. He was homeroom PTA president in Quezon Elementary School, where the SPED Center started. He was the first PTA president of SPED, president of the Federation of PTAs, member of the City School Board, professor of Baguio Tech. He worked hard and long with many enlightened citizens to make Baguio a center of quality instruction. He himself is a proud commerce graduate and professor of Baguio Tech. He knew that most of us cannot afford to send our children to college in Manila. If we cannot send our children to Manila, we have to raise the standard of education in Baguio. We can do it. Start with elementary schools, with SPED, the high schools, with City High, the colleges and universities here, which geographically and literally are the highest educational institutions in the land. Our children can obtain the best of education right here, where studying and learning is most conducive. Our schools are now as good as anywhere else. Our students achieve as well as those from the metropolis. Jimmy lived to see his dream, and those of the bishops, the Bautistas, and the Salvosas come true. A few days before he died, Jimmy knew from the result of the bar examinations that provinciano education is as good as that obtained in Imperial Manila. The apostle wrote, "Greater love hath no man, but to lay down his life for his friends." Jimmy lived his life for his beloved people of Baguio, in education, in health and public hygiene, in livelihood, in economic development, in many, many respects. Soon, his mortal remains will be swallowed up by the earth. The poet Longfellow said, "Dust thou art, to dust thou returneth," was not spoken of the soul, not to the mortal remains, but the soul of Jimmy, the Lord has said, "You have run the race, you have fought the good fight, you have kept the faith. Welcome to the joy of your Father." Our fond memories of Mayor Bognosan will remain with us. We will cherish the way we were and the blessed way he was. As we let him go, there will be no sadness of farewells, only remembrances of the good times and the good man that Mayor Jaime Mordan Bognosan was. Farewell, sir.
Thank you. We were just informed that Ma'am Soledad was caught up in a traffic jam. So instead, we will call on the Honorable Vice Mayor Edison Bilog and include the members of the City Council later na, for the reading of the resolution of confidence.
Thank you, Marlon, to the Honorable City Mayor, Mauricio G. Dumogan, to the members of the City Council present, to former Councilor Edelberto Tenefrancia, to the family members of the late Mayor Jaime Bugnosen, sa inyo pong lahat, magandang hapon po. Bago po basahin itong resolution ng City Council, alam niyo po, meron rin po akong experience with the late Mayor Bugnosen. Dahil noong 1988 ho, habang ako po ay college student, una ko po nakilala si Mayor Bugnosen noon dahil nga po tumakbo sila ng aking ama sa isang partido noong panahon po ni Mayor Jul Laco. At ang nangyari po doon, habang kami po yung nangangampanya, nagkataon na ang aking ama ay lagi pong sumasama sa pangangampanya po ni Mayor Bugnosen. At ang nangyari po doon, si June Bugnosen, ako, ang aking ama, at saka si Mayor Bugnosen lamang po ang magkakasama. At ang nangyari, kami po ang kumakatok sa bahay po ng bawat tao. Inaakyat po namin yung mga bahay, binababa po namin yung mga bangin para lamang po kumatok sa mga bahay ng mga tao at kausapin sila at makiusap na kung pwede suportahan nila si Mayor Bugnosen at ang aking ama. Pero ang nangyari nga po doon, dahil nga po itong si June Bugnosen, ang driver po ng kanyang ama, si June ay naiwan sa sasakyan. So ang nangyari po, ako lamang po naiwan doon tagabigay ng leaflets ng dalawang kandidato. At ang masakit pa ho noon, ako po ang kumakatok sa mga bahay at sila po ay bigla na lang papasok pagka binuksan po yung pinto nung pong aming kinatok. At alam niyo po yan, nagbunga po yung resultang yun. Yung ginagawa po ni Mayor Bugnosen, na lamang ko, hindi lamang po pala ng eleksyon na yun, kundi halos lahat ng eleksyon, ganun na rin po ang kanyang ginawa. At ang sabi niya nga po sa amin habang kami po ay naglalakad ng aking ama, ito daw pong kanyang technique, talagang napakatipid na pangangampanya. Dahil hindi na daw kinakailangan gumastos, makakausap po pa yung mga tao. At nakita naman po ninyo yung resulta. Nagiging number 1 councilor po si Mayor Bugnosen at naging vice mayor pa po si Mayor Bugnosen, inaglaon, naging mayor. Inadapt po yan ng aking ama nung siya po naging councilor at inadapt ko po rin yun noong 2010, 2013 at 2016 election. Pero meron lamang po akong nirevise doon po sa ginagawa ni Mayor Bugnosen dahil kay Mayor Bugnosen po noon, hindi po siya kinakagat ng aso. Ako po, 2010, 3 beses, 2013, 2 beses. And noong 2016 po, siguro nahiya na po yung mga aso dahil vice mayor na po ako noon. Pinakawalan na po nila ako, hindi na po ako kinagat. Pero talagang totoo rin naman po, yung sinabi niya po sa akin, talagang napakatipid na pamamaraan ng pangangampanya. Dahil nga po, hindi po talaga ako gumastos noon dahil wala naman po akong gagastusin. Dahil unang-una, galing nga po ako sa Public Attorney's Office, mababa lamang po ang aking sweldo at wala naman po akong ipon noon. Kaya talaga po, yun lamang pong pamamaraan ng ating late Mayor Bugnosen ang aking ginawa. Kaya po, nandito po ako ngayon sa aking pong kinakatayuan. Kaya nga sabi ko po, yung aking kinakatayuan, dahil po yan sa advice ni Mayor Bugnosen nung siya po'y tumatakbo bilang Vice Mayor at nakasama ko na nangampanya noong panahon ng 1988 election. Pero hindi pa pala ho doon matatapos yung pong pagsasama po namin ni Mayor Bugnosen sapagkat noong 2016 election, alam niyo po, kahit po antok na po yata noon si Mayor Bugnosen doon po sa aming campaign headquarters doon sa may Navy base, talaga pong pinipilit niya pa rin pong maghintay doon para lamang pong itaas ang aming kamay at magpa-picture with the different candidates of the Go Mobile team noon. At ang nangyari nga po noon, dahil rin po sa tulong niya, nanalo rin po kami ni Congressman Marco. At hindi pa ho dun hindi pa ho yun ang huli namin pagkikita dahil nung kasal naman po ni Christian Bugnosin, yung kanya pong apo, na amin pong inanak sa kasal. Magkakasama na naman po kami at doon ko po nakita kung gaano po siya kasaya nung ikakasal ang kanya pong anak. Doon sa yumaong ang kanyang apo doon sa yumaong anak niya si June Bugnosin at saka si Madam Tonet Bugnosin. Kaya nga po ang sabi ko, hindi lamang po pag-election si Mayor Bugnosin, pang pamilya pa, dahil talaga naman po napaka-proud niya po sa kanyang mga apo at proud rin po sa kanyang mga anak. At sa iyo, Mayor Bugnosin, hindi ko po makakalimutan ang mga sinabi niyo po sa akin nung ako po estudyante pa lamang at kasama po nung kayo po'y nangangampanya, at hindi ko rin po makakalimutan ang ginawa niyo pong pagtulong sa pamilya Bilog at sa akin nung lalo na po nung last election. Republic of the Philippines, City of Baguio, Sangguniang Palunsod City Council regular session held on May 15, 2017. Present, Honorable Edison R. Bilog, City Vice Mayor; Honorable Leandro B. Yamut Jr., Member; Honorable Edgar M. Avila, Member; Honorable Joel A. Alangsab, Member; Honorable Faustino A. Olawan, Member; Honorable Elmer O. Datuin, Member; Honorable Elaine D. Sembrano, Member; Honorable Peter C. Fianza, Member and Temporary Presiding Officer; Honorable Arthur L. Alagio, Member; Honorable Benny O. Bumugaw, Member; and Honorable Michael L. Lawana, ex-officio member. Authored by all. Resolution number 158, series of 2017. Expressing the deepest sympathies and heartfelt condolences of the official dome of the city government of Baguio to the bereaved family of the late Jaime Roldan Bugnosin, former city mayor, Baguio City, who passed away on May 9, 2017 at the age of 91. Whereas Jaime Roldan Bugnosin, former city mayor of Baguio City, was born on May 6, 1926 at Kayan Tadjan, Mountain Province. He was married to the late Onisima Manipon, who hails from Tagudin, Ilocos Sur, and he begot 6 children. He finished Bachelor of Commerce at University of Baguio and became a certified public accountant in 1956. Whereas former city mayor Jaime Roldan Bugnosin began his stint in the political arena when in 1964 to 1970 he was elected as councilor of the city of Baguio and was appointed as acting city vice mayor from June 1, 1970 to July 17, 1970. From then, he served as kagawad from 1970 to 1986. He proudly headed the legislative branch as appointed vice mayor from January 15, 1986 to April 30, 1986. He was elected vice mayor in February 3, 1988 and assumed as city mayor on October 1989 to May 1992. After serving the government, he seated as trustee of the Blessed Association of Retired Persons, or BARP, and had been serving the city through various government and civic organizations of the entirety of his life. Whereas he demonstrated unselfish and dedicated public service that greatly helped in the vast improvement and development of the city. And some of his remarkable contributions are: he initiated the opening of annex high schools in various elementary grounds. He caused the erection of the Justice Hall and the rebuilding of the Philippine Red Cross Baguio City chapter. It was during his term that the Baguio sewage treatment plant was completed. His leadership was put to test during the wake of the 1990 killer earthquake, when he exhausted all efforts to work out support for the rapid rehabilitation of Baguio City. Due to his exemplary services and his great impact to the city, he was given numerous awards by several organizations, last of which is the Outstanding Citizens of Baguio City in 2011. Whereas in the night of May 9, 2017, former city mayor
Jaime Roldan Bugnusen, peacefully joined the Creator after a lingering sickness at the age of 91, leaving great marks on this earth and truly upholding his maxim, "Leave the world better than when you arrive." And whereas former City Mayor Jaime Roldan Bugnusen is remembered to be a community leader and public servant, his efforts and contributions to the city of Baguio in various plans, programs, and activities are well appreciated, and his demise is a great loss not only to his family and friends, but to the city of Baguio. His legacy of service continues and will serve as inspiration to Baguio's future leaders and is worthy of recognition. It is but fitting and proper for the officialdom of the city government of Baguio to express their deepest sympathies and sincerest condolences to the brave family of the late Jaime Roldan Bugnusen in recognition of his invaluable contributions to the city during his God-given life. Now therefore, on motion duly seconded, be it resolved as it is hereby resolved to express the deepest sympathies and heartfelt condolences of the officialdom of the city government of Baguio to the brave family of the late Jaime Roldan Bugnusen, former City Mayor, Baguio City, who passed away on May 9, 2017 at the age of 91. Unanimously adopted, certified correct, Honorable Peter C. Fianza, Member and Presiding Officer, attested, Brenner L. Binwayan, Secretary to the Sangguniang, and noted City Mayor Mauricio G. Dumogan. At this juncture, may I call on the City Mayor and the members of the City Council present. We have Councilor Avila, Councilor Alansab, Councilor Fianza, Councilor Gatuin, and Councilor Alatiw. Hayaan niyo po. And Councilor Benny Bumugaw. Yung iba po mga councilor, sayaan nyo, sasabihin ko po kay Mayor Bugnusen, siya na lang po dumalaw sa kanila. And may I request the members of the family of the late Mayor Bugnusen to please get the resolution from the Honorable City Mayor.
Ngati